Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this video we're going to talk about the US dollar, but get a little bit more tactical about how a Forex trader would look at this, but you'd be able to trade this through futures options, or the currency share ETF options. Because I know Forex sometimes scares some folks away, other folks love it. I've been trading it for 20 years, so let me give you some insight from the Forex side of things into how you can take advantage of the US dollar right now. Notice I've got the 6E in the symbol list right now. Now this is the opposite of the movement we're seeing in the dollar. Now the reason I'll use the 6E as opposed to perhaps the DX is because the DX requires the ICE exchange, and not most traders have access to this, especially if they're not active futures traders. So keep in mind that the easiest way to pull up the dollar is actually to look at it through the 6E, because they have almost a perfectly inverse or negative correlation. In other words, if 6E is moving lower, DX is moving higher. So you can see the strength in the dollar today as the euro, the 6E, is moving lower. Well, so do I want to buy the euro against the dollar? Not even close. What's my next choice? Well, I'll take a look at the Australian dollar. Now the Australian dollar, despite the US dollar strength, is actually faring pretty well. Could this be a swing buy? It could be, but I just have to remember that this is no longer a double green, as you can see here. And I'd probably want to build it not only as a very conservative trend follow, but even arguably as an oversold buy. But it's still a buy, right? Especially if the equity markets head higher. We could say something similar about the New Zealand dollar. In fact, this is as choppy as it is, and even though it is double yellow, it's holding the 34 EMA on the low a whole lot better. So this is also another way to short dollars. So what have we talked about so far? Don't short dollar against the euro. Think about Australian dollar or New Zealand dollar. And let me show you the way in which right now, and this is something we talked about in the premium video last night, which was using the Bank of England event, which created this larger candle, and that nice move down lower into the wave for a buy on the volatility of the BOE, on the Bank of England event at 7 a.m. this morning. So this is what we wanted to do, take advantage of about 110 to 150 tick sell-off to trigger that long. And so this is one of the rare double greens where, despite the US dollar strength, the British pound sterling is outperforming the dollar in terms of strength. And if the dollar rolls over, which I do suspect at some point it will reach an overbought resistance, then at that point this is only going to continue to move higher. So that's a couple ways, actually 3 different ways to look at the US dollar short, and Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and my favorite, the British pound, is the way that I'm focusing on this. I'll see you in the next update.